A very good morning to our viewers all across the world. Welcome to your poetic interlude on the weekend show. My name is Emeka Ozorumba. Written communication is a very basic integral aspect of writing and is an exceptional characteristic of the human species. Over hundreds of years, writing has helped individuals to inform, collaborate, and alert others, while society has benefited from written history, culture, and knowledge. In our time, how you successfully use the gift of writing depends on you, because writing is about the judgments of your values, your ideas, and sociological contribution to your society. The basis of functional literacy, we forget, has to do basically with two connected skills, reading and writing. So regardless of career or occupation, everyone has to write to communicate with others, and the effectiveness of your communication affects our daily life. Yes, I'm saying this because of this lovely book. This is my new book titled Autumnal Dust. And here it also says a very lovely, my appreciation in this book goes out to Dr. Andy Madaki, because he's always been there for me. He's just like a father figure to me. He's encouraged me. He's taught me good things about my life. So I dedicate this book to him. I'm going to be presenting a poem from this book titled Jocose Bees. And it's going to tell us about how the instinct of bees, we can use it to recollect our society into productivity. Sometimes in all our productivity as humans, we are still less productive than the bees, as we cannot make our society as sweet as the bees make honey. And though humans seem as higher creatures than bees, bees are the creatures with the foremost thought of industrialism. Bees spend most of their time making honey, and they are never starved. Imagine the human community that live in poverty, and imagine the bees always living in abundance. I looked at the estate of men in anguish, and I considered the bees and how industrious they are, and how less productive the race of man has become. I was astonished as to why animals with no medulla oblongata can construct for themselves an ever-sure mechanism to eradicate hunger among themselves, and how humans can't comprehend how to make everyone on earth live in abundance and wealth. Are we now lower animals than the bees? Are we now in a psychosis, in a prerequisite away from order? There's another peculiarity about bees. Honey, when fermented, can make you drunk. So bees protect each other from their lust for drunkenness. In the human society, political power can make you drunk, but where are our equity of equations? The bees protect themselves from themselves. When a bee becomes drunk, he's chased away from the hive till he regains his normalcy. If bees have among themselves delegated legislatures and separation of power, why can't we also have human leadership potent than that of the bees? Little creatures as these have among themselves equity to the highest visibles, commemorating democratic judicatures. Yet we can't even have an economy that can tackle all our problems. We can't have a criteria called equality shared amongst ourselves. And yet, many humans in our society are drunk on power, and there is no restraint. Everyone is allowed to get drunk on power as they so desire. Where are the deterrents based on democratic ambits? Where are the modalities that are to regulate our society? What has happened to the effectualism of our constitution? What has happened? When will the human society be as productive as the bees? When will we have the liberty to taste true liberty? Liberty to develop our nation, liberty to safeguard our democracy. I see that there is a lot we can learn from the society of the bees. We can learn how to make our society self-sufficient. This poetry compares the society of the bees. Bees, they produce honey by themselves. Bees secrete a hormone that makes them produce honey, and all of them share from the honey. No bee is ever starved. But just imagine human beings. We live on this earth. Some people farm, and they don't even have the produce of what they farm. These are actual things that we should look into as democratic ambits. We should share equity among ourselves. We share equality and fairness amongst ourselves. As I said, this book is dedicated to my lovely producer and my mentor, Andy Madaki. It's called Autumnal Dust. You can go out there and grab your copies. And don't go anywhere and stay tuned, my lovely audience, because we have more coming up for you on The Weekend Show.